You're most welcome again. On this video, it's going to be really very important. It's going to be about average if function in Microsoft Excel. In the last video, we looked at the average and then the average if function. So now, we are now going to look at how can we use the average if function. First of all, this is a function in Microsoft Excel that helps to calculate the average of a range of cells that meet a certain criteria. So as you see, I have these values. These are the cells of a laptop in dollars. I put in dollars. I put this in what? In dollars. So meaning all this is how these cells when laptop A was sold, and this is how it has been sold throughout. Like this is one version of laptop A. It can be maybe HP or Dell laptop version, and this is how it has been sold throughout the period. So now we are told to calculate the average if a certain condition is met or a certain criteria is met. So in order to do that, there are things we are going to follow. One is that we are going to have the syntax. Of course, the syntax starts with equal sign. I will start with equal sign and then I type the name of the function, which is average if. And then the average if after opening the parenthesis, you need to put the range. What's the use of the range? This one will specify the range of cells that you want to test against the criteria. So in this case, this range is going to start from C23, which is the starting value. And then you have to use the semicolon to put the range. Of course, now the range, it ranges from C23 up to C31. So I go ahead and put C31. So that's what we call the range. I repeat, the range will help to specify the range of cells that you want to test against the criteria. The range of cells, these are cells from C23 up to C31. So these are the range of cells that we want to specify, want to test against the certain criteria. Then after that, we go ahead and type a comma, and then we write the criteria. The criteria is that one that specifies whether you want to test against. This can be a number, text, or a logical expression. So now, for example, this could be, I can say, I want you to get for me the average if, or I want you to get the average for all the value, all the cells that were above $50, all the cells that were above $50. So here, after putting the equal sign, I'll go ahead and open the parentheses. I'll open the code, and then I'll say I put greater than. So I want to say all the cells which is greater or equal to 50, and then from there I cross the code, and then from there I cross the bracket. Now, when you see this function, first of all, I have the range from C23 up to C31. After that, then I want to test this. I want to test the criteria by saying, please, can you specify that you want to, the average of all the cells that were greater or equal to $50. If that one meets the criteria, then go ahead and type equal sign, press and enter, and then you will be able to get what? The average. So this average is got by first analyzing the table, and then to select only the values, all the values which are equal and greater than 50. Like I can get 67, I can get this, I can get this, I can get this, and then I think to ignore 23. Let's try to calculate here down without using the if function, but only without applying the if on the average, by just calculating the average. So I'll go ahead and say average. I'll go ahead and say average. Then I'll get the first value 67, this one, this, and that. Then cross the bracket. As you see this function, it has picked all the values which are greater than 50. And because I don't have any value which is equal to 50, I only have values which are greater than 50. So it has ignored all the values less than $50. Then after that, click enter, then you can see I will still get the same answer, 71.42857143. So meaning that my function here is really working well, and it's really perfect. It's really perfect. So I can give another example. This was example one. This is example one. I can put here another example two. I can here put another example two. And on this example two, I'm going to say max of student A in biology. Marks of student A in biology. So now after that, I'm going to put the marks. This is student A, can be Alex, can be Amos, it can be Annette. So I'm going to assign this person marks randomly. I put this. So after putting these marks, now I want to get the average. What was his average performance? But now I want to get only the average for the marks, which is greater than 50, because any mark scored which is less than 50, I take that as a failure, and I don't need to consider it when I'm trying to calculate the grading of this person. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and type equal sign, and then I put the function name, which is average if. After that, I'll go ahead and put the range, which is 63 as the first value, and then I put the semicolon. Then I go ahead and put the last value, 78 is in E31. That is low, column E, low 31. So I put E38, no, E31. After that, go ahead and cross the bracket. No, before you cross the bracket, put equal sign and put the criteria. So in this criteria, I'm saying, I want this formula, I want this function to calculate for me the average of only the marks that were scored, but it is above, say, 50 or 55. So we can say, open quotes and say all the marks above 55, and then cross the quotes, then cross the bracket. So meaning this function is going to analyze, going to check all the marks, then to see what are those marks that are greater than 55. After identifying these marks, then to go ahead and calculate the average for that. Then when you press enter, you realize now I have 75.8 as the average. So how can I prove this? I'm going to prove this with you by calculating by checking manually the values which are greater than 55, and then we calculate the average together. So I'm going to say equal sign average, average function, open a bracket, then I put value 1, then I put value 2, value 3, value 4, and 5. So as you see, I have ignored 3 values, 23, 34, 34, because all these values are less than 55. After that, go ahead and cross the bracket and then press enter. Then you see I still get the same answer. So normally this is how we can use the average a function, by putting into mind that we need to first of all check the range of the cells where the values are. After, we have to put the criteria of where which we want to after put the criteria to specify like the criteria like which criteria you want to test against. This could be numbers, could be text or logical expression that evaluate to true or false. And after that, you can also put the average range as an optional argument that specifies the range of the cells that you want to calculate and the average of. And if omitted, the function will use the same range as the range argument for the calculation. And generally, this is how it has been. In the next video, we shall still look at other functions which are related to average in statistics and see how best we can advance on our Microsoft Excel skills. Please continue to subscribe to our channel, Tebi Talks, and also follow our website, tebitalks.com, so that you can get all these videos and other many videos that comes in every time, every day. Thank you. Let's catch up in the next video.